Welcome to Undisputed. We are live from LA. I'm Jenny Tatch here with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Jenny. How are you?
I tried to reach Kawhi before the show, but he was already in the lab. And, you know, now LeBron, he's still drinking tequila and doing podcasts.
Yeah.
You believe in this?
Yeah, Jermichael Green said he need to go see the man about some heart.
Really?
Yeah, we're going to talk about that a little
Talk
bit.
about it, please. Let's do it.
Interesting that you tried to reach Kawhi, but he was just so busy. Well, what about the Lakers and LeBron? LeBron's been busy talking, according to reports. Well, how about this? The Lakers will be facing Luka and the Mavs on Christmas Day, just 3 days after the season tips off. Looking ahead to this season while appearing on the Road Trippin' podcast with Richard Jefferson, LeBron said that repeating was, quote, simple for the Lakers. He also said age and his newest teammates may be the reason. Take a listen.
If we can stay healthy, but we did get younger. We got the 27-year-old point guard. We got the 27-year-old Sixth Man of the Year award in Trez. You know, we got younger.
With Mark.
You know, we got Mark, who's a Defensive Player of the Year, and his IQ not only playing against him in the NBA, but also playing against him versus Spain.
Shannon, do you agree they got better because they got younger?
Well, let's see, here's the thing. Yes, I agree with that, LeBron saying they got better. But it's not just because they got younger. It's the quality of player in which they got younger with. Dennis Schroeder, 27 years of age, as LeBron mentioned. Trez Harrell, 27 years of age, Sixth Man of the Year. And you got two guys that averaged at least 18 points last year coming off the bench. And they're very, very, especially Trez is very, very motivated because he believes that the Clippers didn't believe in him. They gave up on him. They didn't like what he brought to the table, which was that the ferocity that he showed on the court, that he is hell-bent on getting every rebound. He brought that off the court. So he did, and the Clippers didn't feel he channeled it in the right way. And they said, you know what, we'd be better off moving on, going in a different direction. I like Wesley Matthews, another guy that's a 3-and-D guy. He can hit the three, he can defend, and that's what you're going to need. Here's the thing, Skip, at the end of the day, you're starting to see, and the Lakers only has basically 2 months off. And so you're going to play 72 games, and they're going to be really condensed. So you're going to play some back-to-backs, and they're going to be nights that LeBron does not play, but you're going to need somebody to initiate the offense. You're going to need to be able to get up and down. And I believe with Schroeder and Trez, you'll be able to do that. Also, there are going to be some nights AD probably does not play. And LeBron is going to have to rely on those other guys to make plays also. So I like what the Lakers have done. Yes, I believe they've gotten better, they've gotten younger, and they're in prime position. But as he mentioned, everything is going to be predicated on health, Skip. You got to get a little lucky. You got to be able to dodge that injury bug. And so I like what they've done. The Clippers still ain't got no point guard. And then Rondo screwed them. Rondo screwed him. Rondo said, nah, I'm good. Y'all losers. I don't want to play with anybody that had a 3-1 lead and gagged it off.
He also screwed you. He is no longer a Laker.
Skip, dude, don't you think if we'd have wanted him, we could have offered him?
I think you probably did. I think you were chasing him. And he ran all the way to Atlanta for the money.
I think what happened is they had a good indication. And Rob Pelinka learned a valuable lesson last year on trying to pursue Kawhi Leonard up to the 12th hour.
Yep.
He says, I'm not going to get stuck with the bag this year. So I'm going to go out and make a trade for Dennis Schroeder. That way, we still would love to have Rondo back, but at our price. If we don't get him, we got Schroeder. We got a 27-year-old guy that averaged 18. Now, he's not the pure point guard, but he can shoot the three. He can penetrate. He can pick and roll with AD or LeBron. So I like what we have in that situation. But for you guys, blew a 3-1 lead, and I love what Jermichael Green. Skip, did you hear what he said yesterday about your team? Now, what did that? I just want to know. Let that have someone had a.
And tell the people where he is now.
Oh, he in Denver?
He left the Clippers and took the money at Denver.
Whoa,
2 years, $15 million. That sounds like a Rondo-esque contract.
Tell me, Skip. Why is it about he took the money? He said, I was with the team that was supposed to win the championship last year. We had a 3-1 lead, and for somebody that told me, and I heard everybody, they got a team full of dogs. Ooh, Kawhi, PG, Pat Bam, Marcus Morris, yada, yada, yada. And this man said, it just showed the type of heart that they had.
Not the Clippers. It showed the type of heart Denver had.
Right.
He's now a Nugget. Why wouldn't he say that in his opening press conference?
Whoa, Skip.
What are you talking about? How are you making such a big deal of this?
If your guys had heart, if your guys were those dogs, you get a 3-1 lead, You're not blowing that. You're not blowing a 3-1 lead with Kawhi, the best player on the planet, with playoff Paul, pandemic P. How is that possible, Skip Bayless?
So what else did JaMychal Green say?
But here's the thing, Skip. And you got Ibaka. You got a little better. But did you know this, Skip? I don't know if you knew this. Did you know James Harden blocked more shots per game than Serge Ibaka? James Harden had more blocks.
I kept telling you all last year, James Harden is playing his tail off on defense.
No, tell me about how you got, Skip, to make a long story short, to answer Jenny's question, yes, the Lakers got better. It's not so much just the age of the guys, it's the quality of guys in which they got to make them better.
Okay, I'm going to start my remarks with the one you ended with. You took a shot at me because you're saying JaMychal Green. JaMychal Green. Who cares about him?
He was like JaMychal Green last year.
He's just a guy.
He's just a guy.
He was in the rotation during the regular season, and then guess what? He slowly fell out of the playoff rotation. Maybe to the detriment of the Clippers, you could argue, but he fell out because he averaged 21 minutes a game in the regular season, and it kept falling down to 17 minutes in the post, as did his numbers. He averaged 6 points and 4 rebounds in the playoffs. Wow, they're crushed. They're devastated because they lost JaMychal Green to the Denver Nuggets.
What are you replacing with?
We got Marcus Morris. That's all I care about. We got the ultimate dog.
No. We got Keith.
Yeah.
Keith, the champion.
Which is the better of the twins?
Keith.
Oh, stop it. Look at their numbers. Look at their
They
career
got the same numbers.
Yeah, they don't have the same numbers. This guy is the ultimate. He's a bodyguard. He's a difference maker. He's a big shot taker and maker, and we kept him. That's all I care about. So now let's go to the biggest picture here. Fox Bet now has your team as the favorite. They were not the favorite last year because even all the way going into the playoffs, my team, the Clippers, was favored to win it all in the bubble. You are now a 3-1 favorite, and the Clippers has fallen into a tie with the Bucks for the second choice at 11-2. The Nets, and we're about to talk about KD, is back with the Nets. They're the third choice at 6-1 on Fox Bet. So now the NBA has rewarded you with a nice marquee game on Christmas Day, right? It's a marquee game, but one in which you are already favored by 8 points on some websites to win the game over the Dallas Mavericks.
So the Lakers
even though they have the next Larry Bird.
So let me ask you a question. The Lakers shouldn't be playing on Christmas? Because you said it like
no,
this.
They got rewarded with a home game. So I give you that because to the victor go the spoils.
So you want to put the champ on the road?
Okay? The Clippers got punished by being sent to the team that punished them in the playoffs. That embarrassed, humiliated, and just bum rushed them right out of the playoffs.
Well, Skip, we play in the same building. How you going to play 2 games?
I don't care because the Clippers deserved to win last year's championship, but they did not. They were pointing toward you guys, and they got to 3-1, and they said, okay, we're there. No, you're really not there because that other team can really play. And if you give them openings, they will run right through the door that you leave barely cracked open.
Sure did.
So my team in 3 straight closeout games had leads of 15 points, 19 points in the next game, and in game 7, 12 points, and could not slam the door shut on Jokic and Jamal Murray, who are really, really good. And Denver is loaded top to bottom, and they got a tiny bit better because they put JaMychal Green in their rotation. I'm not sure that he will be a starter for the Denver Nuggets, but again, it was a nice add at 2 years, $15 million. So I will give you that. They are now, the Nuggets, a 4-point favorite over the Clippers on Christmas, I guess you'd say night. It's going to be later.
Can we get some dew?
Yeah, I got due right now.
Oh, you got the Clippers?
Oh, yeah, I got the Clippers.
Okay, I got
the Clippers. Thank you very much. Okay, now back to your Lakers. And I loved it that LeBron is doing a podcast, the Road Trippin' Podcast.
Yeah.
And he is sipping tequila while he's doing it. And I'm just,
You don't have Lobos?
You know what? He has celebrated so hard in this very brief,
No, he did.
this abbreviated offseason. Is he still going to be hungover on Christmas Day? I don't know. I hope not. Because between wine and tequila, boy, he's going to the hard stuff. During the podcast, they said, I read this, that he was sipping tequila.
Okay, Skipper, you make it seem like he was chugging it.